back, super excited. So I was at the grocery store and I saw this and I fell in love. I usually never do pointed nails, but I figure, why not give it a try? I tried the press-on toenails and it turned out amazing. So I just want to save you guys some money out there, and you're probably watching this because you're curious how to put these sucker on, and show you guys step by step on how to apply these and how to keep them on for a long time. Now when I say a long time, I wear my press-on nails for at least 3 weeks minimum. I know, you're probably like, no, there's no way. It is possible. I'm not kidding you. I've been wearing these for a good couple years now. I get the most compliment when I'm out and about. And the thing that I love the most, it's cheap. It's literally between $5 to $10 based on where you're located. And two, they just look beautiful. I don't have to paint my nails, and I apply them on and they're ready to go. So let's get started. So this is what you're gonna get out of the box. You're gonna get the nail itself, the glue, and this is a pretty darn good glue. I've used this glue forever. I've never had any issue. And then you're gonna take the nail out and you're gonna size the nails. When I say size the nail is, take them out, look at the nails, put them on your nail bed, and if it fits your nail, look underneath because the number is located right underneath the nail bed. And then you're just gonna grab pairs so you can match it to the other side of your hand. So once you get all the size, put them on your napkin or onto the side. And the key is, the smaller the number, the bigger the nail bed is. So if it's a 0, it's actually one of the bigger size compared to size 11, which is the smallest size. With this little kit that has a cuticle pusher and a little buffer. Honestly, I don't use this because it's very small and kind of hard to use. So I purchased one on my own, and this is what it looks like. It's just a rubber cuticle pusher, flatted side. I use this to do my own manicure. And all you're gonna do is push your cuticle back. And if your cuticle is pushed back, when you apply the nail, it's gonna look really beautiful because it's gonna sit right underneath the cuticle and it's gonna look very, very natural. So that's all we're gonna do, is lightly push the cuticle back. And if you see cuticles sticking out and it looks kind of funny or is pointy, that would be a really good time to grab a cuticle trimmer. Different than a cuticle pusher is a trimmer. And if you don't have one of those, use a nail clipper. So if you feel like it's noticeable and it's gonna drive you crazy, just take a nail clipper. I don't prefer this because I do have a cuticle clipper, so I'm gonna show you what that looks like. I highly recommend to grab one. They're not very expensive and it's very useful, and you can really get into the corner. So like right here, I can see my cuticle sticking out, so I'm just gonna trim that out. I'm gonna look through all the nails. Here's another one. We're just gonna lightly trim that because if I could get the nail bed to look good, when I apply the press-on, it's gonna look amazing. So once I have that, we're just gonna take another look. Everything looks good. And again, if you do have polish or anything on, this is a good time to get some acetone and remove all nail polish, remove any top coat that you might have on your nails. So the next step that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a file and you're just gonna shape your nail bed. So it's rounded corner. So now I'm just gonna take the nail and just look at it one more time and just see, is my cuticle. And you can also use the nail lightly to push your cuticle back too, and that will give it a really nice fit. So I don't see any nails sticking out on the side. I don't see any nails sticking out on the side, and it looks like it could be a really good fit. So now I can finish off my filing. So now what I've done second is, once you shape it, we're gonna take the back of the nail, the rougher side, and I'm just gonna rough the nail bed a little bit. And you might be asking me, why are you doing this? This is to take off any excess glue, oil, lotion that could be sitting on my nails. Also, it's almost like the glue needs to bond onto something, and if it's on just a flush nail, I feel like it's easier for it to slip or pop off easier. So I just found that this technique really did help. It just gives it a nice grip. And you don't have to do hard. I'm just going very gentle. Now once you get the nail bed and it's fully cleaned out, there's no oil, there's nothing, and you feel like there's enough roughness, I guess, not too rough, but just enough for it to grip. You don't have to go hard, like I said. This is a good time. Let's remove all that off. And you can see it didn't really damage my nail. I'm just removing any little excess oil that could be sitting on the nail bed. I still see a little bit of the shine coming through. So I'm just going back and cleaning that out really good. And then now at this step, you could just go rinse all of this off if you've already completed all your hands. I'm just gonna demo it on my thumb. So I'm gonna wash this off and then I'm gonna show you guys what you need to do next. So as you can see, my thumb looks pretty good after I gave it a good wash. Now, even though you washed your hand, you feel like your nail bed is completely clean and dry. In reality is the soap still has a little bit of oil in there. So what you'll need next is some alcohol, and if you don't have alcohol, you can use acetone or nail polish remover, and all you're gonna do is dip it onto a Q-tips, and what I like to do is go into the nail bed and really get it good. Paint it all over my nail, even around my cuticle. Then I'll take the dry side and I'm just gonna completely let it dry out. Now, once the nail is completely dry, this is when I would start prepping the glue. For some people, the glue, they prefer to put it in the back of the nails. I've done that many times, but then it overspills onto my skin and it gets really sticky. So I've learned that if I just put it right onto the nail bed and paint it on, so there's a drop, I'm just gonna take it and just paint it through. Just do a little bit more. And just remember, even if it gets a little bit on your cuticle, some soap and water, after you wash your hand once or twice, it'll come off. It's not the end of the world. So as you can see, I have it fully coated. Give it a second. I'm gonna take that nail that I've already chose out for my thumb. On the back, on the part that's gonna be sitting on your cuticle, I just use it lightly to push it and make sure that the cuticle is pushed back and it's just gonna sit right underneath. So I usually like to tap the back of it if there is glue that actually got on. And now with the nail, we're just gonna push it back, and then we're just gonna place it. Now, before you push on it hard, this is a good time to take and look at your nails and make sure it's straight, especially pointy nail bed. You wanna make sure it's completely straight before you start pushing on it hard, because when it's pushed on hard, it's hard to remove it if you need to, because the glue is so new. It's gonna really bond onto that nail bed. So this is a time I take a couple seconds. I like to use my thumb and just smooth it, making sure that the glue is being absorbed into the nail. This is gonna keep it lasting longer, and also it won't create any air bubble. I then will take that Q-tips that I already had alcohol, just go around the nail cuticle and make sure there's no glue sitting on there. Then I'll come back and just lightly tap it and making sure. The most important is good pressure and smoothing it out and making sure that it's straight. It looks good. So now that I've had it on and it looks good and I like what it looks like, I'm just gonna test the side of it and making sure that it's bond onto the nail. If I feel like it's a little wider than my natural nail bed, you just take a buffer like a nail file. You can use the soft side because these are plastic, it's gonna come off really easy, and just lightly straighten it and making it look more put together. Also, this step is nice because it'll take off any excess glue that maybe have come off to your skin when you're applying the nail. Okay, I like the look of it. It's not too wide. The thumb has always been my hard one because my thumb is actually really tiny. So even the smaller size, it's always a little bit wider on my nail bed. See, it's very simple to apply them on. The key is matching the nails numbers, which is right underneath the nail bed. Second, it's all about prepping it. I highly recommend carry the glue on with you in case you have an emergency. You can just reapply and press it right back on instead of having a missing nails. So once you're done and it's fully on, you do want to grab one filer and then you're just gonna clean off the edge. It's not very noticeable, but I just like to clean off the edge a little bit because there is a line from the manufacturer. So just lightly, we're not talking about hard, just smooth it out. Do not ruin the shape. You're just going to the end and cleaning it off. And once that little tag is off and it looks good, the last step is grab a little bit of cuticle oil. And if you don't have cuticle oil, grab yourself one of your favorite oil. It could be coconut oil, sunflower oil. And all I'm gonna do is dab it, and I'm just gonna blend it right around my cuticle one, if there's any glue, it's gonna help get it off. Two, it's just gonna rehydrate my nail bed, and then it's also gonna make my brand new nail set look a lot better. Now, one thing I did notice off the bat, they're a lot longer than what I'm familiar with, so I'm kind of nervous how this is gonna be tomorrow when I'm typing or getting the kits ready, but at least they look beautiful. I really actually, if this was something I was just wearing to an event, I would love it. I'm still gonna just try it out and really see how it feels with the pointy, because I've never done a demo on them, and this is the first time I've done it. And I actually, one thing I'm gonna say right away, I love the look of them. They shape them really, really well. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.